third day of hiking to Patagonia National Park. I just started very late at 10:30 a.m. from the campground. It is 11 now, so I'm walking since about 30 minutes. The night was very cold, I have to say that. Still, I didn't wear all my clothes. I only had thermals on, but very good thermals, and I really closed my sleeping bag over my head, and the breath of my own breath somehow warmed up the sleeping bag a bit more, I think. I didn't bring a winter sleeping bag, just a spring or autumn sleeping bag. It says comfort zone until 6 degrees plus Celsius, of course. And I'm sure it was colder than that. Not sure if it was that cold in my tent, but it felt cold. Anyway, I survived it. And if the next night gets colder, I still can wear my fleece jacket, have trousers, socks, I don't know, beanie, gloves. I don't think I will really freeze here. So, today, short walk. It says 4.5 hours, but lesson learned so far is that the times written on the map are very accurate. It's the real walking time if you walk in a normal speed without any breaks. So yesterday, for example, it said 6.5 hours, but I needed around 8.5 hours. So maybe I had 2 hours of breaks, which I don't think. But anyway, still will be a short day today. Next campground is Los Perros. Means the dogs, in honor to, what was it? The dogs of the dog sledge who drowned while crossing the river Rio Perros. My camping is really going uphill now, but hey, we are not here in a spa, we are doing some serious hiking. Sorry camera that I suddenly had to stop, but suddenly it was getting very steep and I was running out of breath and I had to overtake some people in front of me, and it feels a bit stupid to talk to a camera while other people are watching me. So I guess I'm not a Rampensau, that's how we call it in Germany. It's a stage pig. It's someone, you know, extrovert who wants to be in the middle and the camera the whole time. Alright, just wanted to say goodbye and end this video diary entry. Talk to you again when something as interesting comes up. Just one more word about the last campground. There were a lot of warnings about how many mosquitoes are there, that they attack you, and that you have to wear your rain jacket in order to protect you. But I didn't experience anything like that. So it was just normal. You are at a lake and there are a few mosquitoes, had some insect repellent, nothing happened. Not a single bite, nothing annoying. Also couldn't see other people running away in panic. So I think that was a bit too extreme, the warning. But the same with all the other warnings they give you. For example, yesterday they said you cross wetlands, so your feet will get wet and there also might be mosquitoes. But there was nothing. My feet didn't get wet. There wasn't hardly any water. So I think what they do is they prepare you for the worst kind of weather. So maybe if there's a lot of rain, means more mosquitoes. if there's snow, it can be bad. So they prepare you for that. And maybe so far I was just lucky. It's normal kind of weather. But still, like I said, the walking times seem to be very accurate. And I wonder how much longer it takes you for a day like yesterday, for example, in rain or with wind or with really a lot of water on the ground. So yeah, I don't know. I guess you have to find out yourself. Prepare for the worst, also for very bad weather, and then you will be fine. Okay. Seems I'm walking very fast this morning because I'm constantly overtaking other people who left the campground much earlier. So yeah, but it's right. Today is the first day. I really feel good. I'm sweating, of course. I'm breathing hard, but I don't have to stop. My muscles are fine. Backpack seems to be a bit lighter now. It's not so hot yet. I'm walking through forest, but right now I'm walking steep uphill and I just can breathe normally, and I'm walking very fast. So yeah, feels good. So that's the thing the description of the hike also mentioned to prepare you for the experience. It says that the first 2 days, maybe 3 days, you feel tired and you think you can't do it and your bag is too heavy, but from the 3rd day on you become much better. And then you see more, you enjoy things more, you smell more, you're just more happy, just you start to enjoy it much more. So, as I have an open end hike, I don't have a special date when I have to be back at the hostel. I'm thinking of maybe staying in the park for more than 8 days, maybe 9 or 10. But hey, that's today because I feel excited. Maybe I feel differently about it tomorrow when crossing the pass. But so far, decision was right to go this direction of the circuit, because I have the feeling it prepared me for tomorrow. First day is short, but your backpack is heavy and you're not used to it yet. Then you have a long sleep. Second day is a bit longer, but flat, but backpack is still heavy and your muscles are sore. And now today I think it's a short day, but it will be steep uphill soon for an hour maybe. And then tomorrow is just, it looks crazy on the map. They suggest it takes you 3.5 to 5.5 hours to get up to the pass. So that's a very rough guessing, I think. Of course it depends on how fit you are and mainly on the weather. If there's strong winds or snowfall or something like that, it slows you down a lot. Let's see. So far I'm lucky with the weather. Fingers crossed for tomorrow. Alright, I guess it's lunchtime soon. Looking forward for another wrap with salami and cheese. It's one of the good things here when you hike so long and when you hike the whole day with a heavy bag. You burn so many calories that you are allowed to eat anything you want to. You still lose weight. I can tell by my trousers, by my belt, that I lost some weight. But I'm constantly eating chocolate bars. I had a Snickers yesterday, and nuts, and a giant pot of pasta, giant pot of porridge this morning. So yeah, I really like that. It's not like you're on a diet here. It's just the opposite. It makes it very enjoyable to just stop and have chocolate. So my next stop will be lunch. It's gonna be tortilla wrap with some salami and some cheese. I hope the cheese and salami is still okay. If not, then I will have to use the toilet a lot tonight. Okay, that's probably too much information. See you later. I think now it's getting really scenic. On the left-hand side it's flat. Now you can see the glacier in the background. On the right-hand side there's a valley and the mountains. And in the middle there's me, also beautiful. Gosh, I think I'm really excited today. Very good mood. Can't stop talking and making stupid jokes. Look at that. Wow. I think the camera doesn't catch it, but down there in the valley I can hear very loudly flowing water, so there must be the river Rio Los Perros, if I'm correct, the river of the dogs. It seems the path is going down now, but I'm still not sure which direction the path is we will go to. We will cross tomorrow. I'm lost. Just had a funny encounter. I accidentally disturbed someone peeing, an elderly woman behind a tree, but she was sitting next to the path, so what can I do? So I just turned around and pretended of not having seen anything. I hope I can erase that picture from my mind. It's always uncomfortable if you accidentally catch someone on the toilet. Anyway, too much information again. Coming a bit closer because not sure if the microphone gets me. Very loud, the river. Yeah, finally, good view of the river. So I proudly present Rio Los Perros. If I'm correct. Can't see any dogs though. Lunchtime. I just had a funny encounter. there was a little stream crossing right behind me. Not a river, just a stream. So a little bit of water, maybe 2 or 3 meters wide. And across it, about 1 meter high, I'd say, were 2 big trees. So it looked like a bridge, but the 2 trees were so far apart that you couldn't really walk on them. You had to decide either to walk on the left tree or the right tree in order to cross that stream. So I tried to use the bigger one and just did 1 or 2 steps and realized, okay, that's very unstable and I don't feel very balanced with my big bag. So finally, then on the other side, Chilean couple arrived. They saw me, smiled, and just did this, you know, a walking sign. And I looked down into the water and realized there's not much water in there. It just sounded very loud because of the river on the left and right hand side, but that stream was very shallow. But for some reason I was so stupid to go for the more difficult solution and use the trees to cross it, which was much more dangerous, of course, because if you lose balance or slip, then you fall 1 meter down and maybe hurt yourself and get more wet. So yeah, so the easier and not so obvious solution of that problem was to just not use the trees and walk through the water. And my feet didn't even get wet because it was maximum 10 centimeters deep. So very funny, and also a good example for problems where you have maybe an obvious solution and a hidden solution. Sometimes the hidden solution is much easier. So however you might call it, it's just don't think in a normal way, or just, I know there's a English saying for that. Think out of something. Watch the subtitles, I will put it down in the video. But yeah, I just found that very funny. Just little, small, 1 minute situation, but made me think a lot. Rio Los Perros! Can't see any dogs, but it's the dog river. Something I really enjoy on this side of the full circuit is that you can be alone whenever you want to. It's very easy. There's some people who are slower, some people who are faster. You just overtake the people who are faster. You overtake people who are slower. And if people are somehow have the same pace, you just wait for 30 minutes, you have a break, and then you know you will never see them again the whole day. I really like walking alone because all my senses are with nature now. I can see the trees, I can smell everything, I can see the river, I hear. I can stop when I want to, take photos, make silly video diary entries. So I like that. And if you want to meet someone, you just meet someone for a break. I've heard that it's much more busy on the other side, so at the W track. So this side of the track you would call the C track, I've heard. The other part is the W track. So of course the W is much more busy, more people do it, and might not be so easy to walk alone. So on this side, I think at the campgrounds they're always around, to guess, maybe 20-25 tents. So that would make it around 40 people, I'd say, because some couples share a tent, some people are alone. So let's just make a random guessing of 30 to 40 people going with me each day. But I don't see anyone, so not at the moment. If I stop for lunch or for a break, of course some people overtake me. Sometimes I overtake very slow people. But for quite some time now I seem to be alone. And doesn't feel dangerous though, because I know people are behind me, and if I fall over or break my leg, or I don't know, something bad happens, I know something behind me will find me. I'm still in trouble then, but I'm not alone. So yeah, just some random thoughts on the way. The last sign at the Rio Los Perros said it's 1 more hour to the refugio y campamento Los Perros, and so I'm walking some 15 minutes, another half an hour, 45 minutes, then I will be there. Let's end this entry with a nice view, because I just reached an opening, and talk to you next time. Okay, it's steep, and it seems we are reaching the tree line now. Trees are getting less, more rocks, much more steep. Have to check for the way, that way. I think it's maybe 20 more minutes, but the last days I was always wrong with my guessings. So that's how it looks like. It's quite cool because you can hear the cracking of the ice. Sounds a bit like thunder. Don't want to stand here if one of the pieces comes down and causes a tsunami. Made it. It is 20. So yeah, about 4 hours including breaks. Not too bad.
So, hello, tent diary. I'm at the Los Perros campsite now, and it is 9 p.m. I'm in tent already. I arrived here at around, I think, 3 p.m. and then had a little nap. Actually, I think I slept for 1 or 2 hours. Then had a giant dinner. Then I put the 2 leftover bags of my pasta, also all the pasta I left, in one pot, and ended up having a giant pot of pasta for myself. So it was a lot. Maybe I don't eat breakfast for tomorrow. So weather so far is nice. Also the campground is nice, many trees, and in the background you can hear the river flowing. A few clouds came in this evening, so I hope tomorrow morning will be fine for the pass crossing. And get up time is probably 6. They say the best time to leave is between 7 and 8 a.m. And you approximately walk 5 to 6 hours to the next campground, Campamento Paso, if I'm correct. So let's see what tomorrow brings. The ranger couldn't give me a weather forecast when I asked for it. He just laughed and said, no, it just changes every 30 minutes. So, not sure what to expect. You can start walking here in rain, and up there can be sunny weather. Let's see. Okay, see you tomorrow. Good night.
Okay, I just left the campground. It's the 4th day of the Torres del Paine National Park circuit hike. Today is pass crossing. I left the camp at around 8:15. I'm quite late, I think. Most of the people already left at 7 when I got up. But yeah, it rained a little bit at night, or in the morning, let's say, between 6 and 7, a few drops of water, not really rain, just everything got a little bit wet. But now it seems to be sunny again, but at the moment it looks like mixed weather. There might be a few showers, a bit of sun. So let's see how it will be during the day. The pass starts steep from the very first minute right after leaving the campground, it goes uphill. And I think it will be like that for the next 3 or 4 hours now. At the moment it's very graduate, or you say that, normal, medium uphill. But it started very steep. But it's good for a warm-up. It wasn't cold, totally not. I expected it to be much colder. But I think due to the protection of the trees where you camp under, everything is a bit warmer. I didn't even use my thermal underwear. I just have to climb mud fields. Be careful. I already sank in with one of my shoes completely. I only have normal hiking boots, so no high boots. So I sank in for the full size of the shoe. Fortunately I didn't lose it. So now I'm lost what I wanted to say. So yeah, it wasn't cold, didn't even wear thermals. At night, I woke up and had to close my sleeping bag because it didn't feel comfortable, but the whole night it wasn't cold. It was really warm, I'd say. So it's not cold now in the morning. I have no fleece jacket, just a wind jacket, t-shirt, no beanie, no scarf, nothing. I feel warm already, as you can see. Okay, excited and look forward to what this day might bring. Okay, see you again. Looks like the easy part is finished now. I'm walking uphill since 45 minutes, and the sign over there said, oh, if you look at the sign and the symbols, it seems like that was the flat part now. It was steep already. From now on it will be just up. Well, first down, and either that pass or that pass, I'm not sure. Fortunately it's good weather, it's not raining, but also no big sunlight, so perfect. So yeah, it's started to drizzle a little bit of rain, but it comes and goes. There are like 5 minutes of little bit of rain, then it's 5 minutes of wind again, and you're completely dry again. So it doesn't really matter, or it's not necessary to put on a raincoat because you sweat more under a raincoat. And like I said, as long as if there's no big black cloud, which obviously brings half an hour of rain, you don't need a raincoat. Just a normal wind jacket is fine, I think. Also gets a bit windy now, so I can imagine it gets more windy the higher we are. It is, let me check the time, 9:40 AM. See you on the top. It's 10:30 AM now. Walking since about 2 hours. Pretty high. I have the feeling I'm almost there. Oh, almost there. It's behind me. I can see blue sky up there. Temperature is perfect for going uphill. Sweating a bit, but it's not cold, it's not really hot. Just perfect. Backpack still is pretty heavy, I think. Subjective feeling. The scenery is nice. have a look around. Quick muesli bar now and then continue. Make sure that I don't get cold, because then it gets very hard to start walking again. Alright, I think next entry will be from the top. See you then. Just had a quick muesli bar up there on the path, because it's a bit windy there, and I think the better view is coming ahead of me, a little bit further down. It's the glacier, and that looks crazy with the sunlight. Wow. Really excited. It wasn't so hard. It was steep, but I think very lucky with the weather. Almost no wind, almost no rain. Also no sun, so it wasn't hot, so I really can't complain. And now this is the reward. The view. Stop talking, Matzi. Show everyone the view. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Wow. Fuck. Okay, so it's downhill since about 1 hour. It's, as you can see, it's very steep and very exhausting. I'm just having a break because I feel that my steps are not very safe anymore. So it gets dangerous, so I need to rest, drink a bit, have another muesli bar, and then continue. I'm guessing it's just another 30 or 45 minutes from here to the next campground. Yeah, weather's good, as you can see. Glacier, the white thing is always in the background. I think, I'm not sure yet if I will stay at the campground because it's 12:30. I might continue to the next refugio, which is another 4 or 5 hours, but it's just flat and downhill. That might be possible. I would be there by maybe 6 p.m. But I haven't decided yet. I was wrong so many times on this track, maybe it's another 2 hours to the next campground. Who knows? Okay, see you. Here we are, still on the path, still with beautiful views. Like I said, I've decided to move on to the next refugio campground. It's called Grey, because the Campamento Paso was okay, but seems that most of the people just continue. So there were just a handful of people and didn't feel very, I don't know, it didn't really have atmosphere. So I decided instead to have this view and push on for another 4 hours to the next place. We started at 2 p.m. It's 4 hours walking time, so I'm expecting to be there between 6 and 7. But as you can hear by my breath, I've decided to hurry up now. Anyway, still time to enjoy this. It's giant. Interesting path. Just had to cross that, but I couldn't find the driveway, and so the safest way, if you can't find the driveway to cross the river, is to actually go in the river. Don't step on slippery rocks. It's always dangerous to fall, so better do this. I'm not here for a spa holiday. It's outdoor. Bitch. Hey, it is 3:40 p.m. I'm still walking, obviously, and more I get really tired. No matter uphill or downhill, everything's tiring. The only thing that's okay is flat at the moment. But I'm not complaining, it's still fun, But my shoes are wet, but my socks are wet. No, it's okay. I just saw a couple without backpacks, so I think they must have come from Refugio Grey. That's the place I'm heading to. Maybe they're here for a 1 hour walk or something, but I have the feeling I'm near to my overnight shelter. I'm near to maybe a nice cold beer. I would even take a warm beer, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, a few minutes silence. You can watch me breathing, sweating, and going downhill, and hopefully you can't see me fall. Oops. By the way, just after I had crossed that little stream and got my feet wet, so water ran into my shoes and rocks wet and everything. So right after that, I was just sitting there, getting the water out of my shoes, and there was a big shower coming. So suddenly, out of nowhere, a lot of rain for 5 minutes. It was, I don't know, I felt a little bit like the poor coyote from Roadrunner, you know, the coyote who always tries to catch the Roadrunner, the bird, and always fails and always, I don't know, falls down a cliff or things like that. So yeah, another funny situation. But it's these little things I'm laughing about at the moment because I'm really exhausted. I'm laughing right now while I'm sweating and in pain. It's funny. Right, 6 p.m. I just arrived at the Refugio grave. So in total started at 8:30, and so including lunch break, it took around 9.5 hours. So including lunch breaks, I think it was 9.5 hours. So much better than the 11 hours they brought down on the map. So I'd say very fast. It deserves a beer tonight.
So high tent camera. It's 9 p.m. now. I'm at the campsite grave for Refugio grave. It was a very long day. I think it took me 9.5 hours to get here from Los Perros. And first I thought I would stay at the other campground, but then I spontaneously decided to go on for another 4 hours, which was, yeah, really hard, but I don't regret it. I think it was good. So tomorrow will be a rather short day. I will get up early, but still will be a short day, maybe 4 hours to get to the Refugio Italiano. That's where I can make a booking for the next night for the campsite Campamento Torres. You have to book that ahead. It's free, but I still want to have a reservation for that one, because they don't want too many people at the same time.
So try to be there a bit early because they only have maybe 25 places available, and so I hope I can make it. I'm really tired now. I had 2 beers, to be honest, each 3,000 pesos, but it was worth it after such a long day, crossing the pass, going downhill again, seeing the big glacier, arriving here. It's a bit of a culture shock because of course there are more people here than on the other campsite, and it's the start of the W track here. So many people who are here are just completely new and they're still awake and not tired. So I think it will be a bit noisy until late here, but I'm so tired I will just not hear it. Yeah, that's it. The SD card of this camera I just see is almost full, so I have a bit of a memory problem at the moment, but I'll figure it out. I have some other SD cards with me. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Somehow the shoes didn't dry. It's really windy, so I'm heading that direction. Say yes to Patagonian water. That's what I do. I reunite gloves and people.
And maybe one day we'll be reunited. Woo.
For a moment I thought that my face smashed the rocks. I don't know. It was so strong.